Hello, YouTube. This is Ryan, aka the Habitual Line Stepper, back at you again with another video. I hope that you are well. I hope that you're at peace. If you're not at peace, I hope you're actively, relentlessly, and aggressively pursuing your peace. Peace over everything. I wanted to keep this talk going in regards to money, but I'm going to have it. I'm going to mention how debt has changed my life, or being debt free has changed my life. Um, Being debt free is probably the single most important thing I did as far as my overall peace. When I was a younger man, coming into the world as an adult, thinking, in a manner where, okay, I got, get my car, which I leased. I had to get an education, which, I had student loans on. And I had to, get the little things in life, which I use credit cards to do it, furniture, clothing, what have you. And I have never been the kind of person who normally, goes along with the flow. But that's what I see my parents do, that I see my friends do, and all this other stuff. And me being new to the world, I kind of followed that blueprint, but it never sat right with me, because when you're working, you know, you want to be able to enjoy the fruits of your labor, and it was like my money was just I couldn't enjoy it because it was going out to creditors, and so it was like a long suffering kind of thing, because you work all week, and you're like, okay, well, I want to be able to enjoy this money, but you can't because you owe everybody, you know. And so I'm the kind of person who don't like owing anybody. Like if I have a friend who has loaned me like $10, you know, I want to give it back with interest. I'm like, here's 15, here's 12. I just want you to know I appreciate that you gave it to me when you didn't have to help me. But I did not like the fact that I owed people because it never settled right with me. And so when I was in debt, I was very uncomfortable because you can't enjoy anything, because everything that you're making is going out, and very few is coming in. So you're the life that you want of, to relax or take a trip or be able to buy yourself something nice, it's hindered because you don't have the resources to do it. And so I got tired of it, at a young age, because you constantly you don't want to work and not see the fruits. So I made a conscious decision I was going to get out of debt, and it was not a game for me. I was driven to get out of debt because I want to enjoy my life. I want to enjoy. I want to be able to spend if I needed to. If I wanted something nice, I could spend. But more importantly, I wanted to make sure I had enough in savings and investments to protect me now and also protect me in the future. Because I do believe money is protection. It really guards you against a lot of, life's, instances where things don't go right. You have money that will assist you in getting out of these situations, or helping you, better your situation, because life does come at you fast. So I made a decision. I went on an Excel spreadsheet and I started listing, my income, and I started listing all my liabilities, debts, whatever, and I methodically started going through them, and started knocking off the smallest one, and then the payments from the smallest one went to the next, largest bill, or next smallest bill, and I worked my way up until I got to the big boys. But by the time I got up to the big boys, the car loans or the student loans was the biggest one. When I got up to that one, I had more money to throw at it. And anything I would get in, like let's say sometimes you get 3 paychecks in a month, I would throw that entire paychecks at them. I would get bonuses from work, I would throw that at it. I mean, I would do everything I could possibly do to get down this debt as quickly as possible. And it took me about 4 years, and I can't remember what the overall debt was, but it was high enough where it took 4 years. And I have a pretty good paying job at that time, so it tells you how big that debt was. But I started knocking those down, knocking those down, knocking those down. And I remember before I got to the big one, I saved up a good amount of money before I started knocking on the big one because I wanted that security. I was on my own. I wanted to have that security. So again, by the time I got to the big one, I had saved up some money. So I started chipping away at the big one with the 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 amount of money that I had that could go towards it because I had no other bills or liabilities, I should say, that I had to tend to, so I could focus on that one. And I remember when I got down to um, the same amount that I had saved. Let's say it was $15,000, and my student loan I dwindled that down to $15,000. I did something that because I'm a saver. I'm a firm saver, and that $15,000 was like butter for me. It was like, okay, I'm good. I got 15,000. But when I got down to student loan to $15,000, I did something that I did not know I had in me, and I took that $15,000 I had saved and threw it all at the $15,000 of student loan debt. And I did that because I got tired of playing around with it. And the way I looked at it is if I knock down that student loan debt now, just go ahead and bust it out and just knock it out all the way, I could make up that money and then some because now I have no debts. And that's what I did. I just started saving like big time after that. And it went up quickly because again, I had a good paying job, and it just kept snowballing and snowballing and snowballing until I was like, okay, I got this. And when I got up to the point where I had more than a year of rent and all the living expenses, and I talked to a financial advisor, and I opened up a Roth IRA, and I opened up some other investments accounts with my advisor and allowed him to do his thing. And from there, it just continued because, again, I'm a saver, so I just save more money, I invest more money. And the reason why I'm saying all this is because you don't want to be a situation where you're in debt and you're not enjoying your life. Again, you have people out there that say money's not everything. And I agree with that to an extent. But having no money, constantly being in debt, is a terrible place to be in. Because when life comes at you, not if, there is no if, it's a certainty. Life is going to throw some hammers at you. It's going to throw some hail. It's going to throw some snow. It's going to rain. It's going to happen in your life. And 9 times out of 10, it's going to involve money in some form or fashion. Be it if your parent died, a loved one died, a friend. You're going to have money to fly and see them. Sometimes you may be the caregiver of your parents, and you may have to pay for the funeral, whatever. I don't mean to make this morbid, but things happen. Your car may break down. You're gonna need money to do that. You don't want to put that on credit because now you're paying, you know, interest on top of the fact that you had to pay for this emergency. Things happen in life. You may need a suit right away because you have an interview and you don't have your suit's not. Anything can happen. You want to guard yourself against those things. Money helps do that. And I'm telling you now, it was the best decision I have made in my life when it comes to financial peace, and in addition to, I should say, a part of my overall peace, because I do not worry. As an older man, like I said, I'm 51 now, and luckily for me, I got the message a long time ago. But I'm 51 now, and I can do what I want to do because I did what I had to do. Getting out of debt was not easy. It would have been easier to just continue to do what everybody else do and leverage your life through it. Don't have to worry about any sacrifice, but it did take sacrifice. It took me having to say no to certain events, social gatherings and things like that. No to certain things that I wanted to buy at the time. Delayed gratification. I mentioned that in the last video. That is crucial. Sometimes you have to have short-term pain for long-term gain. You have to be willing to make that sacrifice. In the moment, it sucks. I do get that. But if you can wade through that pain, you are going to benefit greatly at the end of it. I guarantee it. You can live your life unapologetically free when you don't have to worry about something as heavy as debt weighing you down. I recommend that you give it a shot. If you don't like it, you can always go back. You can always go back. You can always go back to your ways of, spending and all that other stuff. But I'm telling you, it frees you up. Once you have saved up enough money and you have invested enough money, you will feel free, because money coming in, it seems like, and this is the funny thing, because when I was struggling with money, it seemed like everything would just get worse. All of a sudden, my car having problems. I have an unexpected flat tire. Something would happen at work. Something would happen socially. Everything was money related. And now that I don't worry about money, in a sense where, I don't have enough. I got all this debt. It's amazing how those things don't occur now. It is wild. I'm the same person. I'm older now, but I'm still navigating this world. But it's amazing how things do not hit you unexpectedly. Things still happen, but now it's like an inconvenience instead of something like a code red. And see, and again, when I travel, if I'm in a different country, and I go to countries where I don't speak the language, I like to travel. And when I go there, the fact that I have money helps me in the sense that I can travel, enjoy my life. If I get into a bind, like something like I need to get from A to B, something doesn't happen, I have options, because I provide myself with options. I can fully enjoy my time there, because once I'm done there, it's paid for. I don't have to worry about it anymore. And I'm gonna talk a little bit more about this travel and money thing also, but I don't have to worry about it. I'm not coming home worried about how I'm gonna pay for this trip that I took already, 9 months ago. It's done, because I have put myself in a position where I have no debt, and the money that I have coming in, it facilitates my life, and I don't have to put it on credit cards. And I'm gonna mention credit cards also, because I do use credit cards, but I pay the balance off every single month. And I'll tell you, and one reason, and I'll get into that. You know what? I'm not gonna get into that in this video, but I'm saying get out of debt, stay out of debt, and I'm telling you, your life will get exponentially better. It's a 100% given. The problems seem to fade away for the most part when it comes to your financial well-being and money. So with that being said, protect your peace over everything. If you got anything from this video, please like, share, subscribe, comment. I'd love to interact with you guys. Let me know what your thoughts are on money, where you stand, the good and the bad, because I'm willing to share with you. And like I said, this is a no judgment zone. So with that being said, thank you for listening to my video. I know you guys have the opportunity to listen to literally thousands upon thousands of other channels. You chose to stop by and listen to me. Thank you very much. Peace over everything. Till next time.